Okay, we're anytime, Jim.
Is that?
Oh, the questions are coming from off camera?
Yeah, so
Okay.
try to repeat the question in your answers.
Okay.
You're not going to hear me.
Okay.
So try what?
Should we repeat the questions?
Oh, okay, right.
All right, so just tell us, now that you're in a better state, kind of how you guys got together.
We got together in typing class in, I guess, 1984. Went to high school together. We were in 8th grade and had the same typing class together and started making music together.
And what kind of music were you listening to that time?
Mostly, punk rock, stuff like that. A lot of really, embarrassing music now, also. A lot of new waves,
Yeah.
Pretty big into like OMD and stuff like that.
I was mainly new wave back then. I was way into it.
And did you both play guitars then?
No, actually, I had a drum set and then it was just, it took us a few years into Ween to figure out how to play it all.
Yeah. I had a guitar and then I tried to take a lesson and I was bad at it, so I destroyed it, and then maybe about 6 years later I started again and then I kept it up.
Okay. So where did you record the new record?
We recorded it in Pennington, New Jersey, in an industrial park. And we just rented a space. I think it was one of those telephone service places where they...
Yeah, some kind of telemarketing thing.
Yeah.
Just imagine with like a bunch of dividers with people on the phone.
Right. So there's all kinds of phone jacks all over the wall, and we just went in and put all of our, plopped our equipment down and plugged it in and started recording.
And how long did it take?
It took about 10 minutes before we got our first noise complaint, and then it took about 8 months before we got evicted. Now we don't have a studio again.
You use a lot of your band's money, so you actually own your own equipment now, or you have your own studio?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, we have it all in boxes right now, but we have one.
Nobody will house us.
So you got to use a little bit more high-tech equipment, I guess, for this record because of that, right?
Well, we got to buy a little bit of high-tech equipment. We sort of figured out how to use it while we were making the record,
Was that different from the way you recorded in the past?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, definitely.
We're used to recording with 4 tracks, and it's really easy, and now you work with a 36-track board or something, or it's a little more difficult, but it sounds a lot better, and that's great. We want the best sound we can get.
Was it fun playing around with all that?
Yeah, we just stayed drunk pretty much the whole time, actually, while we made the record.
Brandy.
And can you talk about I read an article where you used a whammy pedal for more than just guitar. Not that I really know.
Yeah, well, any good effect, you can run anything through it, We do that a lot. We'll put, drums through the wah-wah pedal or whatever.
So talk a little bit about the new lineup with
Well, we've got Andrew Weiss. He left the Rollins band, and we've been friends for years and years playing together. So he hopped on the crew, and we've got Claude Coleman, who you saw today, who's drumming for us. So we've been on, I guess, 2 tours now with the lineup, and it's just getting better and better.
Yeah, just after Pure Guava, we decided we wanted to go for, we wanted to become the Grateful Dead because Jerry is going to die someday, and somebody's going to have to take their place, and we figure that we're the best men for the job, instead of like the Spin Doctors or somebody like that. I mean, that was our logic, really.
Do you think you have more freedom when you're playing live with having 4 people as opposed to 2?
Yeah, it's all about freedom, pretty much.
Totally.
Okay. I think if somebody was listening to your record and or actually any of your records and not knowing that it was you or that it was a band, they could easily think it was like a compilation of some sort.
Yeah.
do that purposely? Make your sound?
No. I can see why people would say that. I mean, it sounds like Ween to us, but that's good. There's something for everybody,
So you don't intentionally say, I want to...
No, we're not trying to do that, but...
Okay. How do you generally put your songs together? Because you both write the lyrics, right? Is there any systematic way that you've always done it? Or?
No. I mean, classically, it used to be we would, get a piece of paper and write down 10 song titles, and then just fulfill the destiny after that, which always worked out well, but it's kind of changed a little bit. I mean, it depends on anything, You write music or you write words or whatever.
Is it generally the words first or music first?
No, we really don't have any kind of system except to come up with the title of the song first and then write the song based around the title.
Okay. I heard somebody kind of comparing Beck to sounding like you guys. Would you agree with that, or do you guys think that you're or maybe a little bit ahead of your time with the way music is now?
Well, I don't know where to start on that. I don't think we like the Beck record a lot, but I don't think he's trying to cop anything from us. But he did a lot of his record on the 4-track, and and there's he controls the speed of the tape a lot. I mean, maybe that's why they think so, but. I don't know if we're ahead of our time or not. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
But we're down with Beck anyway.
Okay. I mean, you guys both obviously have a passion for music, and I mean, people can listen to your record and be like, "Wow, that's really genius." But there's also, I think, some people who kind of think you guys
suck.
No, not suck, but not a Weird Al Yankovic bitch, but like a satire. Have you ever heard that, or does that bother you?
Yeah, we hear that. It bothers. It doesn't bother. If eventually you read enough things about yourself that piss you off, and then it stops. Then it doesn't bother you anymore. I guess. We're just trying to make good music. We're not trying to make fun of good music. We're just trying to make good songs. That's it. I mean, that's as deep as it gets, really.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. If we sound like anyone in particular. It's because we appreciate them so much, and we've been listening to them so much that you can't help but be influenced. So.
The Voodoo Lady video, what was it like making that? And you said being underwater for so long. How long did it take to do it? Where did you shoot it?
It didn't take, the Voodoo Lady video didn't take very long. It only took a couple days, but it was just really funny. I mean, we got to LA, and then they take us to a swimming pool where there's scuba instructors all around. And they attach these lead weights to our feet, and they teach us how to scuba dive pretty much in about 5 minutes. So, we were both just weighted underwater, under 10 feet of water, singing, or he was playing his guitar, and behind us we'd have a scuba guy with a respirator, so as soon as we ran out of air, the guy would come with the respirator and we'd breathe, and we'd let it out again, and then we'd play. So we both stayed under the pool for, it must have been an hour and a half.
It sucked, I think.
It was scary.
I hated it. I had a rotten time.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Roman is really into the natural effect thing, which is cool, So everything is grassroots.
Was it scary, even though the guy was behind you? I mean, when you felt like you were running out?
Yeah, we were weighted at the bottom of a pool, with a bunch of frog men with cameras and stuff, and the song cranking really loud through underwater speakers. It was
and they tell you, the first thing they tell you is you can't panic and go to the top.
Well, you couldn't anyway, couldn't you?
Well, yeah, you could unstrap
could, yeah.
everything and then float to the top, but then you could get the bends, and that's air bubbles in your lungs. So, you know what I mean? You have to stay under there, and you have to get used to it. It was scary. But now we both can scuba dive, so.
I'll never do it again. Yeah.
Since then?
No,
but
done.
But never mind.
Okay. What about the song wasn't in any way tribute to Santana, was it?
No, not at all. Not in any way. We love Santana, but
Okay. What about the I can't put my finger on?
you mean like Black Magic Voodoo Woman or something? No, no, nothing like that.
What about the I can't put my finger on it video?
I think that's probably our best video, actually. For some reason, it only cost like peanuts to do. We had that concept for a long time. And just sometimes when we're making a song, we'll think of something visual, like imagine like you're in like Belgium at 3 a.m. in a smelly, like falafel gyro shop, and that's kind of what we were going after when we recorded it, and we knew like exactly what we wanted to do, So.
Where did you shoot it? Where was the restaurant or whatever it was?
It was in New York, and St. Mark's Place or something.
And the new video. Now, how long ago was the hand grenade incident? Like, was that about 3 weeks?
It's like last week, I think.
Yeah.
I saw that on the news. I just read something about that. So, tell us about the video a little bit. You're supposed to be trying to steal Liberty Bell.
It's going to be more of like I don't know if we should give it up or not, but no. It's going to look more of like an Oliver Stone picture than a rock video. I mean, it's really, really over the top. That's all we really want to say about it. Just have to wait and see. We haven't seen it finished yet, so.
But we did leave a grenade in the lawn of Independence Hall, and a little boy found it on President's Day weekend.
Yeah.
And they called in the bomb squad.
What was your reaction when you saw it on the news?
I haven't seen it yet.
I was in bed. Somebody called me and told me. I missed
It wasn't a real
I saw it in the
grenade.
paper.
But they thought it was.
Yeah, they thought it was. It wasn't. It was a piece of plastic.
Little Jimmy with his hand grenade.
And how did you hook up with Spike Jonze?
He's done a number of things actually before he started doing videos. He worked for magazines. Talked to him a couple of years ago when he worked for somebody. Maybe it was Dirt magazine or something. But his videos are great, and it was we wanted to work with him. It was obvious, and he's down with Ween, so we got it happening.
And Mike D remixed the audio only for the video, though? Remixed the song for the video?
No, he just did a remix of it. It's on the single. Yeah, it's the album version is in the video.
Okay. Do you guys like making videos?
Well,
It's hard, but I had a lot of fun doing this last video, that's for sure. It's grueling, and it pays off,
I saw Jay Mascis do one of these interviews, and he summed it up pretty good. It's like, well, you feel silly sometimes because you're not an actor, you're a musician or a guitar player or whatever, but, it's just the way it is. It's the facts. You have to do videos, and, they can be fun, just like anything else, if you make it fun, so it's not bad.
So you don't really necessarily think they're important?
Well, no, they're super important. That's the whole thing, You just gotta, if you can have some fun doing it and make a good video, then great.
How involved do you get in it with like storyboards and coming up with the ideas?
A little bit, I don't know. What have we done, 4 videos or something?
It varies, yeah. It varies,
Spike had his vision. He was very, we put in some suggestions and little tasters in the video, but that's what's so strange about it. When you're making a record, even if you have a producer, you're right there and you're sort of listening to what's going on and you can see where it's going or not, With the video, you're putting your trust in the director, and you're not behind the camera, you don't know what's going on, and then somebody mails it to you and you watch it and then it's done, so.
Do you read through a lot of treatments from different directors and pick the ones you like, or give them an idea that
for like 1 or 2 of the videos we had treatments written up and all, but not for this one.
Okay. What about the album cover? What made you decide to use the midsection of a woman like that?
Well, we came up with the belt first, and then we basically just needed somebody to put it on. So we brainstormed and came up with the midsection of a woman.
You didn't want to show her face?
I don't know.
Didn't think about it really.
Yeah.
It just,
And you were bummed you didn't get to meet her?
it's, you know, I don't know. I heard somebody just read an interview with her or something. Like they interviewed her and she talked about it, but I'd be interested to hear what she said. No, we've never met her at all. We'll meet someday.
If you saw her whole face, it would detract from the belt, you know. Basically. That's we
a
really
goddamn lie.
we just wanted to see the belt, you know.
What about your emblem or your symbol? Is that actually supposed to be Bugnish? Is that what?
Yeah, that is the
Yeah.
Bugnish, yeah.
Will you talk about Bugnish?
No, we don't ever talk about the Bugnish.
Ever?
Never.
The last time when we talked to you, you told us that the people that come to your shows are ultimate losers.
It's gotten considerably worse, actually, since then.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate?
It's real rough right now.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
You don't even want to ask us about that right now.
We
Slacking.
started working on it, though, a little bit. We like, give them big glasses of tequila and all, you know.
The whole audience.
Yeah, we try and get everybody, you know.
It's an expensive habit to
God.
have. So, were you a big John Candy fan?
Pretty big John Candy fan, yeah.
Yeah, big appreciation for the candy.
Were you bummed when he died? Is that why you dedicated the record to?
Yeah, definitely. A guy from an autograph shop down in New Hope, like Walls of Fame or something it's called, just gave me he gave us autographed John Candy pictures in exchange for Ween stuff for his daughter. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we both have these like beautiful color 8.5 by 11s autographed by John Candy.
Okay. What did you think when you saw Push the Little Daisies on Beavis and Butthead?
It was actually on one of the first episodes, so I mean, we're both cable junkies, you know, we both sit on the couch and watch, you know, I watch Beavis and Butthead almost every night, so now I'm really into it. I'm really proud, actually, that we're on it. But
Yeah.
at the time, I mean, it was on like one of the first few ones, and I didn't understand the show at all when I first saw it, you know, but we're into it. We're totally into it.
Yeah, it's a great compliment.
And you're not living. Can you talk about what New Hope looks like a little bit?
New Hope it's where George Washington crossed the Delaware, pretty much, and so it's real colonial, and it's a small tourist town. And it's real pretty. It's right on the river.
And what was it like growing up there making music? There's not a lot of places except for John and Peter's. Not a lot of places to play there.
No, there's nowhere to play in New Hope. It's blues. Like if you play blues, or if you're in a bad cover band, you can play in New Hope. But you know.
Or we play John and Peter's, but we drink there also, so it's pretty.
Recently, we played John and Peter's. We started to play, but it's great. I mean, classically, there's always been kids that hang out on the church steps. You know, there's this big church in the middle of town, and kids hang out and play their guitars or sing or do it. You know, do the bohemian thing. So that's always fun to.
What made you decide to stay there when you started? You know, looking?
There's just never been a time to leave. I mean, neither of us have the instinct to move to, or we don't have that longing to live in New York or Los Angeles or someplace like that. I mean, where we are, we're close enough where we can get in here into New York if we need to be here. But you know, we've got the river. You know, got a boat. We go fishing out there. It's just cool. There's never been, you know. Might move away for a summer or something like that, but
We've gotten to tour all over the country, you know, to check out different places, and our area pretty much wins out.
One of you used to live in Philadelphia, right?
he was born in Philly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that, do you still have friends there? Where did the Freedom 76?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, yeah, my family still is in Philly, and you know, it's just my city. You know, if someone was to have their city that they love, for me, it would be Philadelphia.
Is it true? Is that true that Mannequin was filmed in Woolworths?
No, that's wrong.
Wanamaker's.
Wanamaker's.
I knew
Yeah.
that. I couldn't remember what the store was.
Wanamaker's has too many syllables, though, so we couldn't use it.
When I was reading the lyrics, I was
Misinformation. So, yeah.
Misinformation is very important to Ween.
We lie a lot, actually.
so what are your tour plans now? Are you finished touring?
No, we're about to go to Europe for a couple weeks, and then we come home, and then we go to Australia, and then we're going to tour America for a second time, I think, in like May, June, maybe July, I'm not sure. And then who knows, you know, you can't really plan too far ahead because, you know, everything's always subject to change, so.
We're doing a lot of tour. We've been touring since October.
Yeah.
You know, and we'll be touring until the summer.
Great. Can you guys do some IDs for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have it in prompt or not yet, but the 120 I did.
Okay. Just
What,
right
what
now.
should we say?
Say your names, that you're from Ween and you're watching 120 Minutes on MTV.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Gene Ween from the band Ween.
I'm Dean Ween. I'm also in the band.
And you know, you're watching 120 Minutes on MTV.
Okay, so do the same thing again and say you're watching Alternative Nation with Kennedy.
Oh, great. All right, you kick.
Hi, I'm Gene Ween.
And I am Dean Ween, and you're watching Alternative Nation with Kennedy.
Okay. And I think they have the, I think Rick typed in the,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Ni hao wasa.
JJ, Sokan, MTV.
what's the matter?
Are we putting these on separate reels? Is that correct? So we gotta stop these reels.
Oh, okay.
Are these like, is this phonetically how, is it like
Yeah.
jai jai? Jai?